Hello everyone, welcome back to Am I the This week we got the Christmas. I did not realize that Christmas drama is a little bit crazier than Thanksgiving drama. I think they are two different types of drama. I'm very interested to see how this goes, so let's get into that. Also, here's the fit. Sorry, I have to show off the fit because Ayo, we mentioned from head to toe. Actually, I'm not. You can tell it's different flannels. Okay, ignore that. Okay, these pants didn't come with the top. This top didn't come with pants. They're separate. We're gonna pretend they're together. Okay. The first one that we have is Am I the for uninviting my oldest daughter to Christmas over Santa? Did Santa not want her to be there? What's the issue? What's the tea? Let's see. I am a 43-year-old female. I have children with a very large age gap. My oldest is 25 that I had with a high school ex. Oh man. Then we separated and I married my husband much later. My younger two are 9 and 7. My younger children believe in Santa while my daughter's son doesn't. She raised him not with the Santa magic. Also, what do you mean the Christmas magic? Santa is real. I thought Santa was real. I'm kind of confused. Which is perfectly okay. I just rather not have it ruined for my children who do believe in Santa. Now, why did she raise them without the Santa magic? That, kind of confuses me as to why you would do that. And also, I think it's kind of crazy that she has a kid that are, almost the same age as your kid. I don't know. How old is your kid? Let's find that out, hopefully. I was having Christmas at my house, and I asked my daughter if she'd please talk to her son, because I wouldn't like the magic ruined for them. I still put packages under the tree with From Santa on them. And I leave out cookies and reindeer treats, bird seeds. I never did that. I left out carrots for the reindeers. That's what I did. My daughter told us that she wouldn't make her son lie, and my children are old enough to understand if her son decides to say something. That's weird. I told her if she wouldn't talk to her son, they could spend Christmas at their apartment. My daughter didn't like that and said I was choosing my younger children's happiness over hers, and that I was being completely unreasonable. My husband supports me, but thinks I might be a little high-strung as our children are getting older. I just want to keep the Christmas magic alive. Am I the I think it's a little bit crazy to say, okay, you're not spending Christmas with us, but I also think that it's why won't she talk to the kids? You know what I mean? Why won't she talk to her kid and say, hey, don't spoil it? I'm trying to think. When I was 7, I definitely believed in Santa. When I was 9, I don't want to say fully. I think that's when I started getting to the age of being wait a minute, what's going on here? So I just think it's why wouldn't she say, hey, they believe in Santa, don't ruin it. So I don't know. I feel like everyone here is because it's just you should invite her. She should tell her kid not to spoil. And I also don't know how old her kid is. We never found that out. So I just think that everyone here is yes, you are the but so is she. This could be very easily solved by her just being okay, we're not gonna ruin it. I don't understand why that's a lot to ask. Am I the Am I gonna make a post about this? Next one. Am I the for skipping Christmas with my parents since they won't treat me like an adult? Uh-oh, this sounds like I've seen this film before and I don't like the end. Whoa, I almost said 40. I just saw the F, so I'm thinking 40. I'm a 27-year-old female and have been with my boyfriend who's 33 for almost 2 years now. We'll be getting married eventually, but it's not a priority. Okay, period. My mom won't let us share his bed. I don't even need to read the rest. I know this is going to be ridiculous. My mom won't let us share a bed if we come see them for any reason. When we came over this last summer, my boyfriend suggested renting a hotel so we could have privacy and a comfortable bed. It drove my mom nuts that we bypassed her little rules. She wouldn't drop it the entire time we were there. She made me promise not to do that again. I have bad news for your mom. Does she realize you probably share a bed at home? And that, if she wants grandkids, you have to share a bed? My boyfriend's mom and dad are retired to Mexico and they are really chill, so we made plans to come visit them over Christmas. They're not Christian, so they don't really care when they see their son with regards to religious holidays. We didn't tell my parents we weren't coming. You should have told them. I'm going to tell you that right now. My mom asked me at Thanksgiving if I was going to hold to my promise to not stay at a hotel over Christmas. I answered truthfully that I would not stay at a hotel. But you are. You are staying at a hotel. You're staying at a hotel in Cabo. I'm balcony of my future in-laws condo, looking at the Caribbean, waiting for sunrise and enjoying peace and quiet. I made the mistake of going online yesterday and saw a bunch of posts from my mom and my sisters about how I was a jerk for lying to them about my plans. I may have been a little tipsy last night, but because I decided to respond. I said that it was ridiculous of them to try and tell me I couldn't share a room with my boyfriend, that I was keeping my promise by not staying at a hotel when we were there, and that if they had planned on putting everything on Facebook, I would be avoiding all visits for the foreseeable future, period. They took down their post when people started crapping on them for trying to control me. Yeah, because you're 27, what the heck? But some people did agree with them. Now they are texting me and calling to say I was a for making them look bad.
Huh?
What? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I asked them if they were trying to make me look good with their posts. They stopped for a while, but there were more texts and voicemails this morning. Voicemails is crazy. What kind of time do we live in? What year is this? I'm kind of liking the idea of skipping out on the drama from now on, but I miss my dad and he is blameless in this. Aw, man. Am I the Oh, there's an edit. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around a couple of things that keep being repeated. 1, I was staying at a hotel, so we didn't break her rules, not the adult choice. 2, how many of you guys fly across the country or drive hours just to stay one night? Are people asking that? I'm assuming people are asking that. Okay, I think that you should have told your parents that you weren't gonna be there. I feel like that's just like, I understand that would have caused drama. I feel like that might be why you didn't tell them, because it was gonna cause drama. So I sort of understand that, but it's like, you should have told them that you're gonna be there. I feel like withholding information is unfortunately a part of lying. So I think that you're as far as that goes, but I feel like going to a different house for a holiday is not bad, mostly because you are in a relationship with someone, so you do have to split holidays with people, and they live in Mexico, so it's like, sorry, I don't know where your parents live, but like, we're going to Mexico over wherever else your parents are. Mostly because if they're gonna cause drama, if that's all they're gonna do, like, that's just like childish behavior. Sharing a bed at 27 and 33 is insane. I'm saying getting mad about that is insane. And then posting it on Facebook? Sorry, I'm just gagged. I forgot about the Facebook post for a second. I don't think that you're the for responding. I would have done the same thing. I would have dragged them publicly too, because if they're gonna drag you publicly, yeah, we're gonna even up this playing field here, okay? So don't. I think you're the only reason why you're the is because you didn't tell them where you'd be. I think like everything else, they're they, no matter what, if you told them or not, they would have done something super outrageous and still been the So I think what you did was very small. You're like a forgivable compared to what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, if they didn't do anything that crazy, then yeah, you would have been the but them posting on Facebook and dragging you and then getting mad that you chimed in, because I'm sorry, I wish you could show us the post. Because I remember doing that in elementary school. I remember sub-posting and like dragging people, and like I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I cannot imagine doing that nowadays. Sub-posting someone like that. Like, that's crazy. Or directly posting, like, your parents. Imagine your parents sub-posting you. That's crazy. In 2024, your parents sub-posting you, not even sub-posting you, adding you. Imagine it says like tagged. Imagine it says like not with Taylor Lang. Like, that's just crazy. I think there's gonna be a lot more issues on holidays going forward because you lied. Like, that's the thing. I think you lying just is gonna make it worse for the future, and not lying would have made it worse for the moment. I think you shouldn't have lied about where you'd be. And it's like, if they get mad, oh well. Like, if they ask why, you say, because I have no reason to not share a bed. Also, I want to know what your sleeping situation is whenever you weren't sharing a bed. Like, where was your mom making your boyfriend sleep? The next one is, am I the for not wanting cool for Christmas? I'm gonna say no, because if you're actually getting cool for Christmas, that's insane. This year I went to my fiance's house for Christmas. It was my first time going, as we would typically go to my family's house instead. Hey, how many times have you met this family? I'm a little bit scared, mostly because you're fiance's now. I got a rather pricey gift for my fiance, Dan. Related to his hobbies, I got nice gifts for Dan's parents based off things I'd talked about with them before. And I got a small pack of chocolates for each of Dan's other relatives. I didn't know them that well. I feel like that's good. That's fine. Obviously, you have to get your fiance like a pricey gift, a fun little one, and nice gifts off of the hobbies for the parents. Yeah, and just a nice little, like, the other relatives, like, I wish you told me, like, is that aunts, uncles, sister? Like, I think the chocolates, is the chocolates gonna be the downfall here? I'm scared. I wasn't expecting many gifts from Dan's relatives because I didn't know many of them that well, but I was certainly expecting more than I got. You got them chocolate. At first, I was excited when I saw that there was a big pile of gifts for me. However, once I opened the first one, it was just a piece of coal. Everyone laughed, and I just kind of laughed along thinking it was a gag gift and the other gifts would be different. Every single one turned out to be cool. All 18 of them. I hope we all can agree that that feels like public humiliation. Like, that's insane. That's insane. You have to pull up with a car after doing that. That's so, I would cry. I would actually cry. Oh my gosh. I'm scared to read the rest. I started to get upset, so I cried and lashed out at Dan. In front of the family, please tell me no. Oh my god, please tell me no. But he calmly explained apparently this is a long-standing tradition in his family where they gift coal to newcomers who are celebrating Christmas with them for the first time. He explained that it's just easier that way since all relatives who might not know the newcomer well don't have to stress over finding a gift, and it's a fun experience for the newcomer as well. Is the newcomer having fun in the room with us? Because that would not, like, that's, no. But also, like, you can't be offended for the other relatives, like, maybe for the parents, but, like, you got them chocolate. How much was the chocolate? $5? You know what I mean? It's not like, you didn't deserve it. I'm not saying you deserved it based off the cool, but it's like, you weren't gonna get much of a crazier gift anyways, you know what I mean? But it sounds like you were expecting that, you know? It sounds like you knew that, at least. I told Dan I couldn't believe I skipped my own family celebration for this and left. But now Dan and some of his family are blowing up my phone saying I embarrassed him in front of his relatives and that I made it awkward for everyone. So, am I the... I do not think you're the I think that's crazy, and I think that's like a very niche tradition and a very weird tradition. Maybe like one person gets you cool, maybe like very extended people get you cool. That's just like having a bunch of big gifts. 18 gifts is first of all crazy. Like, at least get one thing. Get like a gift card, even if you get like a Visa gift card, you know what I mean? Like, get just something for the newcomer that's like not just cool. Mostly whenever the fact that Dan went along with it, and not even that, went along with it pre-Christmas, like you were buying gifts for people and he knew that this was gonna happen. If it is such a tradition, you probably didn't help yourself if you did yell at him in front of the family. I hope you didn't, but that's insane. Duh, no, you're not. I understand maybe a little, like you said, like one to be like, haha, funny, like you're the newcomer. Okay, but here's a $50 gift card. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving the mom wants to date the son. It's giving, like, when there's traditions like that, it's like, that's so horrible. Having a tradition that leads to everyone laughing at the new person is horrible. Mostly whenever it's like spending money like that. I've seen some TikToks recently where people are like, they'll like prank them and they'll sing the national anthem, or they'll like say the Pledge of Allegiance. It was one of them before they ate Thanksgiving dinner. I saw that as a prank. That's funny because it's like a little bit embarrassing. I think that I would still cry over that, but it's not. Feelings hurt. Like, this seems just like a weird, it doesn't seem personal to you specifically, but it just seems personal. I don't know. There's something different about this than like making them say the Pledge of Allegiance before they eat. I don't think that you ruined anything. I don't think you embarrassed him. You did yell at him in front of everyone. Maybe you did, but you're just a girl. You're just a girl and you got 18 pieces of cool. I would throw it at someone. I would have threw it at one of them. Honestly, yeah, throw it at them and leave. I would have threw it at, maybe not him, maybe at the window, at the tires of someone's car, you know what I mean? Like, throw it. I just give revenge. Like, alrighty, next one. Am I the throwing away the elf on the shelf and ruining Christmas for my kids after my husband's prank? For context, this year was the first time we would try the elf on the shelf with our kids. We have 3 kids. Lucas, who's 9, Andy, who's 8, and Claire, who's 5. Lucas and Andy are from our past relationship. However, Miles, my husband, who's a 37-year-old male, has accepted Andy as his, and so did I, who's 35, with Lucas. Every Christmas is special for Andy. His birthday is on December 24th. His dad started a tradition where Santa would have consideration with him for being a kid of Christmas. I don't know what that means. Consideration with him. So he feels magical and special. I always try to give him that. Last year, I left Santa Claus footsteps, 8 carrots, and grass he left for Rudolph. Stuff like that. If you really ate the grass, you're a trooper. My husband doesn't think it's a good idea I do all that for him, and I'm showing favoritism, so we would shut it down because my ex's decision to create a tradition without considering my other kids' feelings. I disagree since I do consider the 3 of them, but he asked if he could do something else, like Elf on the Shelf. I had no problem with it, but I didn't know how that worked. He explained it to me quickly, and since he was the one who offered, I let him do it. Why can't you make your kid feel more special on their birthday? Why is that not allowed? Like, why can't you celebrate your kid's birthday? Christmas themed. I don't understand that. Bought the cute elf. My kids named it Bob. Later, my husband explained that they should behave and never touch or hold Bob if they don't want it to be naughty. First, it was cute to see them spy on Bob to try to see it fly each night, and he was the most excited of all. I found him one night talking with it, asking if Santa still remembered him. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. My husband took seriously the behave or Bob would be naughty part. Lucas was the first victim after he didn't do his chores. The next day, his face was drawn with Sharpie markers. Then Claire, who touched Bob, and her fave onesie was destroyed. Well, apparently Bob had cut some pieces of it while she was sleeping. Miles was having fun, but I could see my kids weren't. I talked to him about how we should lower the pranks. He agreed, but wouldn't catch Andy since he hadn't break any rules. I told him that Bob's supposed to tell Santa instead of being naughty. We argued, but he finally agreed. I don't really know the rules of Elf on the Shelf. I never did that. My parents didn't know about it until we moved to where I grew up, so they didn't really do it, and I was like a little bit too old. Not too old, but like it was just too late to start it, so I don't really know the rules of Elf on the Shelf. I can't agree or disagree here at this part. I do think the pranks are a little far. Like, replace the onesie. Drawing on the face is not too bad. I don't think that's too bad. Fast forward, it's Christmas Eve and in the afternoon, so it's Andy's birthday. We had some of Andy's friends to celebrate his birthday, so the kids were playing in the backyard, but my husband looked sus. I decided to look for Bob. It was supposed to be in the kitchen, but it wasn't there. I asked Miles where it was and he told me, no idea. I started getting paranoid, but Andy asked me if we could cut the cake already. I'm so scared as to what is in that cake. I put my best face on and went for it. The cake was in the box, and when Andy opened the box, he starts crying. I take a look and it's ruined. Bob was covered in all of it, appearing he had been eating the cake. Half the cake wasn't there anymore. Miles starts laughing, and so did some of the other parents. My blood is boiling, and I grab Bob and throw it in the trash. Then I grabbed Miles. We have a terrible argument, calls me for what I did to Bob. You're that mad about Bob. You're that mad about the Bob being thrown away. The bob. Oh my god. Oh my. But I've ruined it, and how are we supposed to keep the magic with our kids if I wasn't supposed to touch bob? It's crazy. But there's an edit. There is a lot. Alright, the edit. Andy's dad is from Canada. He visits Andy every spring, summer, on Christmas break. This year he stayed for his job, so he isn't an absent parent. I ain't a cop. I'm glad he's a good parent. After Andy's birthday, I told Miles to get out of the house, so he did. He spent Christmas with my in-laws. I stayed with the kids, and all of them slept in Andy's room. My kids, oh my god, didn't want to leave his brother alone. The next morning, we opened gifts, and I made sure that Andy could feel special after what happened on his birthday, so I wrote a note from Bob saying that he is sorry if he scared him and his siblings. He didn't do his job correctly, so now he would be flying to the North Pole with Santa. And when asked if Santa still remembered the kid of Christmas, he did. Santa was really happy to see him. Aww. My kids and I are okay. We were sleeping at my parents' house, and we would celebrate New Year's Eve here too. Yes, Claire was using the onesie while she was sleeping. My husband took the idea out of TikTok, and no, Andy did nothing to even be attacked by Bob. I think very obviously you're not the here. Obviously. I feel like the cake, it's like, again, this stuff is fine, but it's like if you replenish it, where it's like, oh, the cake is ruined, but he brought this, like, I don't know. I think it's just the husband saying that he didn't want the kid to feel extra special on Christmas is kind of crazy, just because it's like, have a birthday that's a few weeks after Christmas and New Year's, so I feel like I understand the sort of overlap. I could not imagine being any closer than I already am, so I feel bad for people like that. So it's like, no, make them feel like a little bit more special, just because it's like people tend to get overlooked around those, you know what I mean? So I think that you're not the Oh, I can't believe that you kicked him out of the house. That's crazy. I just think over Elf on the Shelf is crazy. Just don't do Elf on the Shelf anymore. Let your kid celebrate his birthday however you would like him to. I just think it's really weird. Like, all the other kids probably get special treatment around their birthday. So what's the harm? What is truly the harm here? And Andy didn't even do anything to be attacked by Bob. So why? If anything, it should be like maybe like a special gift. You know, that would be cute. If you did like a special gift from Bob. Because you've been so good and you're the special kid. Come on. That's so... I understand like equal treatment and favorite. Like, I understand it's partially, but if the kids don't seem to care, like if the other kids didn't seem to care, then what's it matter? The pranks were too far. I don't think you're the but I feel bad that it's went this far, that you kicked him out of the house, and it sounds like there might be, like, what, is his kid still with you? That's kind of crazy, so I don't know. I hope things have worked out now. Maybe it's a good thing that I never did Elf on the Shelf, because I did not realize that it was this possibly traumatizing. The destroyed birthday cake in front of everyone too, mostly because, like, your husband had to have known that was gonna piss you off. Had to have known. You're so silly if you don't think that was gonna piss her off. I knew that was gonna piss her off. I don't even know you. I don't even know any of you, and I knew that. It pisses me off. You're crazy. And Bob. Bob is crazy too. I also didn't know no one's supposed to touch the Elf on the Shelf. I didn't know that. Oops. There was something about these Christmas stories that are crazier than Thanksgiving. Last month, was thinking that Thanksgiving would be the craziest, and it's like, oh, like, sort of a little bit Christmas drama, whatever. These are even crazier. I didn't realize people were this problematic during Christmas. I don't even know if I have my own sort of Christmas stories like this. I have to think about that. But these people are crazy. Don't be these people, and a lot of these people in the video were... That concerns me. There should be Christmas spirit. There should be holly jolly, whatever happened to Christmas spirit. Whatever happened to having fun on Christmas. Whatever happened to jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, and kiss a friend. I don't know. Whatever happened to Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. But I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I still haven't done Christmas shopping. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just like a random note that I wanted to tell you. Don't tell anyone in my family that. But I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I'll see you guys next week. As always, happy, stelly, hygienic, peace out. I love you guys. Bye!